let's talk about body count.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's wrong for a guy to judge a woman on her body count, like to not want to be with a girl because she's had a lot of previous sexual partners?
Yeah, because it's like a huge double standard.
What if it's not, though? Like, it could be, but what if it's not?
Like, not a double standard?
Yeet.
I mean, yeah, with some guys it's not a double standard. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think things tend to work out when people are on different pages. Like, even with my friends, I found that relationships are hard when people are not. Like, it's not about being sexually compatible. It's like also sometimes like people care a lot about experience too. Like, because jealousy can derive from those types of things, along with like spite or judgment. So what I found is like most of the time when people kind of have those things in common, there's less complaint? Question mark? I don't know.
Do you object to men caring about body count?
I think it's, if he's gonna ask about my body count, then I feel like, okay, I'm gonna look here.
Oh, okay.
Then I guess I would want to know his body count. So
Do you think it's like immature or insecure for a guy to care about body count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, body count for men and women is different. And I feel like part of a woman's value comes from her purity.
So you don't object to men like caring about body count?
No.
Violet, what about you?
I think men and women can care about body count. I think it's a little like unclassy to ask, you know, like in regular people sense, but if you're coming to someone like a sex worker, like you definitely should ask. I think it's very responsible.
A guy should ask a woman who's a sex worker her body count?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Madison?
I don't object.
Okay.
If they're planning on having sex together.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's important. Okay, so some of you said body count doesn't matter. If body count doesn't matter, what's your body count?
I only count certain things. It's 35.
What do you mean you only count certain things?
I don't know. Like, I count it as I think what the definition is.
P
I just
and the
know
V?
some people. Yeah.
P and the V?
I just know a lot of people that define it differently than that. If that makes sense.
Do you mean like some people will define it like they'll only count long-term relationships or they won't count one-night stands type
Like
of shit?
some people will count like oral and stuff like that too.
Should we do, let's do P and the V count and S-ing the D count.
Oh, I've lost count of that. I don't know.
Well, okay, so P and the
I don't
V.
count that.
What's your P and the V count?
35.
What's your S-ing the D count?
I don't know.
Estimate.
Maybe like
Into the mic.
440.
Hide that mic.
Ish.
40-ish?
40-ish. I really have no idea.
So 100 plus?
Don't know. Could be. Just kidding.
Well, because I mean, you said 35 for P and the V,
Yeah.
but it sounded like it would be much higher S-ing the D because you've forgotten.
Well, yeah, because I have a list in my diary of people I fucked. So
You
that's
have a diary?
It's not
Can
really
we
a-
see it?
No.
Can you fax me a copy or some shit?
You'll just look at it and be like, why?
What do
is
you
this-
write? Do you like write a page? Do you just have like a one-line entry? Oliver, this date, his penis was this big.
Oh no, I don't take notes on the guys.
You just name. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And then
Okay.
everything else in there is like completely unrelated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 35. Would you say, because you're 21, right? Like, of your female friends, do you think that like 35 is pretty typical?
No. most of the people I hang out with are different than me in that sense. My best friend from home, like, we're very similar in those ways. I'm also
Right.
not from California, and I feel like people's mindsets here might be different, or at least all the people I've met since I've been at school are a bit different.
Okay. So 35 body count. Okay. Becca, what about you?
Can we pass? No.
Can't
Okay.
pass.
Cool. Got it. I would say total body count probably around 20.
Around 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not something I want to share.
She said it does matter.
Violet?
I don't think I'm comfortable sharing.
Here, tell us what
I'm-
Violet's body count is and tell us what Elizabeth's body count is.
Like, I've been doing sex work since I was 18, so I've done a lot of shows and stuff. But it doesn't mean my body count is like really high. It doesn't mean it's low. It is what it is.
Also, why did you make her have to answer and not them two?
I mean, I can't force her to answer. It seemed like she was pretty definitive. I mean, do you want to... It's one? At least one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Violet, I assume it's at least one for you too.
I don't know.
I'll be right back.
I need proof
Madison? Madison?
Hello?
Oh, are you going to answer the question? Or?
8.
Darian Murphy. Do you want to read this one, Rachel? I think it's directed to you.
Yeah.
No, like out loud.
Oh. Here we go. First girl, serious advice. You need to stop making decisions and choices. Find a man in your family who is sensible and who really cares about you. And just take their advice seriously. Also, abandon feminism. It's truly poison. Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic. I don't necessarily need a man to tell me. I also have females who can support me. I feel like women and men can both provide that.
Wait,
So I don't
what
know.
is misogynistic about his statement here?
Well, I don't know why it has to be a man. Why does it have to be a man? I think the problem
Why
is...
is that?
Well, I would
I'm
say
not sure
most
why
of
that's
my-
misogynistic,
I would say,
but
no, not that. I mean, like... never
what's
mind.
how do you define misogyny?
There's a lot of answers up there, Brian.
Yeah.
No, how do you define misogyny?
I don't know. I don't like this.
What? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
Are you okay? Like, do you want to go as in leave? Is it because I asked how you define misogyny? Is that the...
No.
I wanted to make sure that we were like talking about, because in a debate, it's very important that both people are talking about the same thing, and both people have things defined.
Well, I'm not going to answer how I'm using this in the context because I have signed a waiver.
Wait, what?
Never mind. I don't...
Do you want to just take a little breather? Or you could just stay at the table. I mean,
No, I'd like to go home if that's allowed.
because I asked about how you define misogyny. That was the precipitating thing. I've said some way more.
I don't know. He's asking me to abandon feminism. It's like, do you even know what feminism is? It's like, hey, I was never the one that's been like sitting here wanting a man to be a man.
Wait,
Just-
what? Well, let's
I
talk.
just
Let's
like
try
to
to
go
talk.
home.
Well, let's try to talk it through. Let's try to get to the bottom of this, because it seems like it's a position you're really strong on, and we'd like to hear your stance. Nick. So let me try to maybe parse what he was saying. So Darian Murphy, he was saying abandon feminism. You object to that, which is fine. You also objected to him saying find a man. You can certainly find like a strong woman in your family to guide you too.
The reality is like, it doesn't matter about other people. Like, the only person that can fix you is yourself.
Yeah. But you can always go to like a parental figure.
Also, you're already talking about like pornography, and like no man is gonna marry like, yes, there are men that will marry women that do pornography, but you were also talking about how there's a lot of men that are judgmental of that, and like things being potentially
sure.
online forever.
Yeah.
It's like this is like literally no different for me. Like for me, it's like anyone can look this up. I thought this was gonna be like some little student podcast that like maybe 5 people listen to. I have no idea.
But okay, so are you just on the adult content thing? Do you object to men having a preference for not dating women who have been engaged in that kind of adult content?
No, I think it's really ridiculous that guys are. Also, I've had a lot of guys sit there and complain about how they're jealous that women can actually go into that profession, because a lot of males do not feel like they have a platform in that business. And I do think it's an industry. I do think it's a business. I respect it. It's good. It's dandy. Can I please go home?
If you want to leave, you can leave. I was hoping we could continue having a conversation, but
Let her go.
okay. I mean, if you're leaving, we can't really offer that, but okay. What? Did it? Bro, I don't know. The chat's like, what? I'm trying to like have a conversation about it. Okay, whatever.
I think that was the first time in her life she was faced with like the truth of and the consequences of her actions, and
I think she was just like gathering like everything she said on here, and it just hit her kind of. I could see that in a bit.
Bro, I mean, like, everyone in the chat's like, bro, let her go. Like, I'm trying to reel her back into the conversation. She was upset. I don't know if it was that super chat that got her or me asking her to define what misogyny is. But like,
But if she was just
that
like,
was really a pretty tame conversation. Bro, okay. I was trying to like, she was having a reaction. I was trying to like calm her down by talking to her. The chat wants to white knight, then fine, whatever. So, okay, whatever, bro. Bro, like, it is what it is. I'm gonna read a couple chats. Let's see. Without further, what are you doing over there? What's that?
I was feeding my Tamagotchi.
You're feeding your Tamagotchi?
Yeah.
When we explicitly told you before the podcast not to be on your phone, not to be texting.
Sorry.
Do you think that's the appropriate time to be doing that?
My bad.
What do you mean you're bad?
My bad.
Did you forget the pre-show instructions that Nick went over about not being on your phone?
It's not my phone.
It's not on your phone?
It's not a phone.
Does that diminish the degree to which it would be disrespectful to be doing that in the midst of a conversation? Okay, here's your phone. Looking at your phone versus looking at your Tamagotchi. Are you just going to take no accountability, or are you just going to sit there like a dork?
I said my bad.
Okay. Do you realize, though, if we were having a conversation and you were on your Tamagotchi while I was talking to you, that would be very disrespectful?
You weren't talking to me.
I'm in the middle of doing the podcast. If anybody here at the table is talking about anything and you're on your phone, that would be rude. It's why we explicitly told you before the show to not be on your phone. Now, if you want to do some loophole bullshit about, oh, it's not a phone, it's a Tamagotchi, in practice, it's this exact same principle.
Okay.
So can you do me a favor and put your Tamagotchi somewhere else so I can continue on with the show? Thank you.
Yeah, I guess.
You okay?
Yeah.
Did you have something on this, or
No,
sounded-
it's just like a little bit boring.
it's boring?
A little bit.
You're the one who you asked to be on the show.
I didn't.
Yeah, you reached out to us wanting to be on the show.
I didn't.
Oh, who did? Someone on your behalf reached out. I'll know who did it, but you did.
You asked me to come on.
No, you guys contacted us. Initially, we followed up with you to see about coming on. Did you not send the first message?
No.
Yeah, you did. Or are you saying your boyfriend reached out to us?
No.
Do I literally need to pull up the Instagram messages and show you that you reached out to us wanting to be on the show?
On what
In any case,
account?
it's kind of rude to say that this is boring.
Well, you asked what's wrong, so I'm just telling you straight up. I'm just bored.
What? Maybe that's because you're too fixated on wanting to play your bullshit Tamagotchi.
It's not bullshit, dude.
Are you really that triggered that I called your Tamagotchi bullshit?
I'm not triggered. It's just not bullshit. Tamagotchis are cool.
You seem a little offended
What's your
by
problem
it.
with the Tamagotchi, man?
Maybe you're bored because you're not really participating in the conversation, and every time we've gone around the table, get to you, you just kind of give a half-assed.
These are just dumbass questions, bro. Like what?
You asked to be on the show.
No, I didn't.
You're being very rude and disrespectful.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and
So you asked to be here. I'll pull up the initial messages that you sent us. Hold on. Let me scroll up one sec here. She's bored. Okay, September 6th, you DM'd us. Hey, I said hi, or wait, hold on. You've sent us messages from 2 different accounts. Hold on, let me pull it up. It's, one sec. Typically, if you're bored, maybe that's just projection. Maybe you're the bored. Hold on. Okay, I'm not going to pull it up, but you messaged us wanting to be on the show. We did not message you.
okay, bro.
What's with the attitude?
What do you mean?
You have an attitude. Do you think if you're in a conversation with somebody and you say, this is boring, do you think that that's a
You
polite thing?
asked what's wrong. What?
Okay, so what? I'm curious. How would you like to see this conversation go? Since you're so bored. So you're bored. Make this conversation less boring. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire, Brian?
Is that your best effort?
Sure.
Yeah. So I checked on both of our messages here. You reached out to us. You said, my OF friends, manager, and I would love to be on your podcast August 22nd. You asked me what this podcast is about. I'm assuming you reached out to be on this show because you've seen the clips. You've seen the show.
No, I haven't.
Okay. You sent the first message.
It wasn't me. It was probably my manager.
Okay.
Most definitely was my manager.
The guy with the green hair that was down there?
No, that's my boyfriend. That's not my manager.
Okay. So, in any case, a message originating from your Instagram. See, here's the thing. If I have a representative contact somebody, and I'm working on a business deal, they can say that you made the offer. In any case, you're not particularly adding to the conversation. You've been disrespectful this entire time. You're entitled, you're rude, you have TikTok brain, you cannot stay focused. We've only been live for an hour and a half or so. It's incredibly rude to say that you're bored in a conversation.
You literally asked though. Like, what do you want me to say?
Well, I appreciate the truth, but you're being rude, so I'm gonna ask you to leave.
Okay.
So get up, get the fuck out. Go ahead, Madison.
Good luck on your dead ass podcast, bro.
Bro, you got no fucking followers. You're a fucking clown.
I don't know.
Bye.
Why did you come?
Wait, that was the
Wait,
weirdest.
I thought you guys got her from down there.
No, I thought so. I thought she was from the street.
So I was like, wait.
That's crazy.
That's funny.
She's got on my deadass podcast, bitch. You fucking do OnlyFans, you fucking degenerate. Good, they're all gone. No more OnlyFans girls. I could
Is she the
literally.
one who stabbed her boyfriend?
No, that's her. Which we're about to get into. Here, we need. I almost think that we. Do we adjust the seating arrangement a little bit?
Do you need me to like scoot over?
I almost feel like we could tighten it up a little bit. So why don't you two shift down? So you two just shift down. Hey, what's the number on your microphone there? Oh, let's take her out. We're taking her out of the description.
4, that's 5.
Nick, mute 4. Okay, no. Here, just you get in that seat.
Yes.
You get in that seat. See, the chat, I was about to kick her off right away, but I wanted to get a little back. I was committed to kicking her off pretty much as soon as she said she was bored, but I wanted to drag it out a little bit. Yeah, that chick was obnoxious. Yo, she asked to come on. She DM'd us asking to be on the show, so whatever. I'm gonna adjust the cameras a little bit. I forgot where we were a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, I removed it from the thing. Let me just make sure I got it right. Okay, we're good. It's out. Nah, she was just rude from the fucking jump. Like she was on her fucking Tamagotchi.
Donated $99. Clapping, 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 clapping,
Bro.
clapping, 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 clapping,
Oh my
clapping,
God.
clapping, clapping. Wow, could she be any more rude?
Yeah, bro. We were up to you telling us about. Oh, okay, yeah. No, she was rude. She's on her fucking Tamagotchi while I was doing the fucking intro, and I was like looking over as I was doing the intro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? So yeah, whatever. Nothing lost because she was really not. She was not adding anything to the conversation. So I'm gonna adjust the camera angles.
Feminism for the win, and shout out to my daddy.
I think feminism.
Abortion is a tool of the patriarchy.
Wait, abortion is a tool of the patriarchy.
Yep.
Wait.
Abortion is healthcare.
It is absolutely not. Healthcare doesn't kill an innocent human being.
It's a
Abortion is the
embryo?
murder of children.
Amen.
It's the.
Then we would be in a mass genocide crisis.
Yeah,
we
that's
are.
right.
We are.
Literally are.
Well, you should
We
be.
are.
You should be running into clinics and getting the murderers out.
Do
and so should you.
you see life as the very start, like
Conception.
from conception? From conception.
Then why aren't more
Yes.
why aren't more Planned Parenthoods
You see life
getting
at
people
conception
getting
too.
arrested?
You have to.
Why aren't people getting
You're
arrested?
using
at clinics?
legislation as
Well, if it's murder,
a tool
if it's
for
murder,
morality.
if it's murder, then they should be getting arrested.
Slavery was also legal.
No. Listen.
Doesn't make
What
it
is
right.
a murder? A murder is an unjustified killing. That's what a murder is, right? So
Okay.
in this particular
I'm
case,
gonna leave. I can't
Yeah.
with this. I'm gonna.
Well, I think
All right.
I think as someone
I think
who is
I'm-
actually
I think I'm
branching
gonna
off
end my
into the
time out.
medical
Yep.
field.
Out you
initially-
go. You can bring
Okay.
your friend too. Just We don't need to make.
You don't
Like,
need
I
to say. You don't need to
can't-
say anything else.
Just leave. Just
go.
leave.
Thank
don't-
you guys
oh
for
my God,
having
that
me
was
on
so
the
fucking
pod.
loud.
I appreciate it and all the differing stuff. I can't
Just-
with this.
That's fine.
Just
See
you.
ya.
That's fine. Just
we have
leave.
a long drive. And
It's
Nick,
fine.
get
it's
on the-
fine. Just
get
go.
on the fucking
Just go.
thing, Nick.
Just go.
Bye.
No, dude, you gotta. That's not what I'm talking about, Nick.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
What are you talking about?
Bro, Nick, you need if we're doing a kickoff, you need to be on the keyboard. Okay, you gotta be on the keyboard.
I asked. Oh, the keyboard. Gotcha.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
I was a little confused. I thought you wanted me to video, so then you're kind of not giving me the signal that I was thinking.
I know, but you. Never mind. We'll talk about it after the show.
Anyways,
okay.
That
Did you
chick
guys want
refused to talk about any issue.
I mean,
Anytime
I
it gets
think, I
She was
think
super bad for
what
it.
it kind of comes down from coming from someone who was initially going into the medical field and everything like that. I feel like you kind of look at it more biologically, right?
Absolutely.
And obviously.
Okay. Anybody else? I want to go around the table on that. Actually, can you be racist towards white people? Can you be sexist against men? Starting with, I guess you, Jeff.
Yeah, you
and
know
then-
my views on all that.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
just assume. I'm
No,
just
you-
assuming
you'd be
your
right.
position.
Yeah,
You're
no, you could.
prototypical, you know.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm prototypical.
Go ahead.
If I can,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Yes, I can be both. Sexist towards
Yeah,
men.
go ahead.
What was the question?
Do you think things go both ways? Do you think men can be treated sexistly? Do you think you can be racist to white people? Do you find yourself?
Can you be racist towards white people? Can you be sexist towards men? Can you scoot into the table a little bit so you can get, like you can, huh?
Are you talking to me? I'm gonna go. Honestly.
Why are you gonna go?
I just feel like disrespected by the other guy, and then
Which other guy?
The one on the
Andrew.
Wait, before you leave, how did he disrespect you?
Cause he called me a name. I don't know what he
What
said.
did he?
I think I don't know.
Andrew, what did you call?
He
He
called me a
skank,
Yeah, he called me a
Andrew.
skank.
Andrew, do
That
you want
was
to
mean.
apologize? Andrew, do you want to apologize?
God?
I don't think.
If you're uncomfortable, then
Absolutely under no circumstances. I stand by exactly what
All
I
right,
said.
do me a
It's
favor,
100%
just get
true.
up, just leave. You haven't contributed anything, so just leave.
Butler donated $200. The girl in pink has hips as wide as the
I'm taking her
Panama
out of the
Canal.
description.
Common side effect of genital herpes, affecting hip-to-waist ratio and
feels
metabolism.
offended,
This
just
is a
she can leave.
contagious
She-
pathogen.
she was-
This
I mean,
room will
she
be
wanted-
quarantined.
She's been wanting to leave for a while.
Maybe she's a little bit more. She's a little more sensitive.
Look, that's fair. I was obviously we were teasing back and forth.
You were teasing.
But
She
she
wanted to
she
be a little
clearly
sensitive.
wanted to.
It's good, it's
get out.
good.
No, she already wanted to leave. I tried to
Yeah.
wrangle her back.
And you
just-
did, effectively.
Yes, I did wrangle her back. I tried. It's funny because she was like, "Oh, I don't feel like I'm part of the conversation." I direct all of the attention of the conversation
Yeah.
onto her, and then she.
Well,
I don't know if I want to talk.
There's a weird thing happening with that.
Bro, this panel tonight
That
is
was like-
honestly one of the worst we've had. No offense to you guys, but
I'm so sorry.
hey,
Sorry.
Nick, let's pull out. Let's fucking throw Kiki. Jeff, would you be
I don't
down
like
to move that
Yeah.
chair and let's have Kiki join the panel because truthfully, Kiki will contribute more to this conversation than will that woman in the pink.
She was sweet.
Holy crap, dude.
Welcome, Kiki. You're going to contribute far more to this conversation than that woman.
Don't do that last
I'll be right back.
Thank you, Jeff.
Stop. She was a sweet girl.
I knew you'd defend
No,
her. I just knew you.
I'm not saying I'm
I knew
defending.
you would just take the
She's
opposite of whatever
sweet.
happens here.
She's sweet.
There was also just like no conversation. It was just like, I don't
know. Maybe she didn't expect to be asked certain things. I don't know.
Kiki
And now
a
we
feminist?
have
it's a
somebody
conversation.
crying out. What the fuck is going on tonight?
Someone's
I think
crying?
she's she's crying over something. I'm not sure
I don't
what.
know what is happening.
Okay, so
What is happening tonight? Jesus
Why do you
Christ.
think that is?
I blame me.
If she's crying,
I don't blame you.
Hold on, I'll just go. I'll just say.
Everyone is leaving. That's crazy.
She's been making so much commentary about her being 19. Nobody else has made that commentary.
No,
and,
ever.
And then she initially said,
Is that what she's upset about?
"No, I don't know." But
I
what
don't
I'm saying
know.
is like I think it's so ironic that she's been saying, "Oh, she's 19," and asking like, "Oh, is there like
But I
we're
just
putting her
don't.
down for that.
I
Yet
just
she's
don't
the one
understand
constantly
why like
reminding us
people came on this podcast expecting to not have a conversation.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
a
a
Like no
conversation
one's
and
gonna agree
conversation.
with your
I
opinions.
want to say this. Every single girl. We need to put a microphone out there.
Honestly.
No. Every.
like Jersey Shore type shit.
The blind leading
So-
the blind out there.
So I appreciate you guys for having. I don't even think you guys
Common
have
sense.
thick skin, but this is like, truthfully, this has been. We've had way.
It's literally
more,
just a conversation.
It's
Like,
a conversation.
really not that
It hasn't
deep.
even been that heavy. But like every single girl that's on this panel requested to be on the show.
Correct.
So it's like it's one thing if you didn't know what you're getting into, but like
Right.
every single girl reached out to us first
Right.
to be on the show, especially that girl. And she was an hour late.
Oh, yeah.
And we delayed. Sorry, guys. That's why we started late. She arrived at like 5 p.m. We tell the girls to be there at 4 p.m. All these other women were very kind. They were very punctual. Actually,
I'm also not offended that you didn't say hi to me. Like I just
No,
like
I
it's
felt bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, she did say that. Like, oh, like he didn't say hi to us, and I did agree. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that's
we
odd.
you're working.
But you were-
But like,
and I was
oh,
just
okay,
being friendly,
maybe.
and like I was being friendly equally as
Right.
to you because we're still gonna have the conversation.
Right.
You guys
Yeah.
could absolutely not agree with any of my perspectives.
like I don't expect to come here and be like besties with you
Oh,
like right
absolutely
away.
not.
Like
no, and it's
we're
like,
having a
We're just
conversation.
gonna have a light conversation. If I get to introduce
Oh,
myself
wait.
prior,
Are
perfect.
you? Just using the bathroom? Okay. All right. You okay? All right. Was she okay? What's going on?
Yeah, you're a horrible person.
Why is
I'm
he a horrible,
person.
No, I don't think you're horrible.
Okay,
Maybe
is
you
that
are.
just hyperbole? I think that was a joke. I'll
Was
take
I
it as a joke.
hyperbolic? It's. I think that, like I said, you think you antagonized her and specifically.
Her?
Yeah.
She hasn't even been involved in the conversation for.
She was
For like 30
she
minutes.
was involved in the conversation for the first half, and you were.
She's
going-
on the podcast.
She was
This is
going-
how these things work.
I'm 100%.
So she had a
with you.
delayed, a 1 hour later. I mean, I'll let her speak
I'll
for
let
herself.
her speak exactly.
I just wanted a break.
Can you sit? Can you sit, please? Can you sit?
I just like need a little break. I've never been in a situation like this before, and I will defend myself when I get back. But I would prefer if you didn't talk about me while I can't defend myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
But wait. But what situation? Like none of the conversation was even directed at you.
Yeah, I've never been on a podcast before, so I've never experienced looking at a screen that insults me.
Who I don't even know.
Well, the messages.
We don't.
It would
What?
pop up. The messages would pop up. The girl in black. Da 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 da.
I'm also.
I mean, we told you before the show. We told you before the show.
I'm not
that-
asking
Hold on. Just let me say this. So maybe this might be encouraging. We told you before the show. The internet is anonymous, right?
It is.
Like people are toxic on the internet. The chat can be toxic in any community, whether it's a girl who listen. Granted, we have a controversial show, but you could go to like a girl who's like streaming video games, and the chat's going to be fucking toxic. Like they're toxic. It's the internet. It's anonymous. People are going to be toxic. Don't take it seriously. Like this is kind of almost the reaction some of these people want is to get a rise out of you.
That's why I didn't want to come back, and then you told me to come sit down because I didn't want to know that.
I don't know what they say, but I'd be happy to.
If you want to take a break, take a break.
Yeah, I just wanted a fucking break. So just don't talk about me, and then we can talk about it later.
That's fine.
I know it's not 100% logical because I know what you said is true. It's just an emotional reaction.
it's
that
I
I'm allowed
almost
to
feel
have.
like it might be no, but I think you're you're a strong individual. I think it might even be better, like the stronger move for us to just continue on with the conversation and work through it.
I mean, like I definitely understand like the internet is very like toxic, but
I'm
it
not
still
gonna cry in
hurts.
front of incels.
Yeah,
I'm
but it
not
still
asking
hurts.
you. Whoa. Okay.
She wants a break. She can have a break.
That's fine.
No, it's fine if she wants to have a break, but it's rude to. You're only inviting. If you're gonna call them incels, it's only inviting
More people.
further animosity towards
Right.
you.
But at the beginning of the podcast, I was here, as I have been many times, listening to the rules and listening to how it goes. And I remember each one of the guests was prepped by being told, hey, the chat's going to be mean.
Correct.
That's the way that they operate. So, I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting into a
That's
little
the
bit.
internet, literally.
100%. She's also 19 years old.
She also requested to be on.
You
the
keep
podcast.
saying
I
that.
agree, and I will always
Stop.
keep saying it. I will
She's just
always
like
say
us.
that. No, she's not.
She's an
me
adult
at
on a
19 was
podcast.
fucking like.
You're dismissing her like
But
she's
you
a
still-
5-year-old.
I'm not.
But just because
she's
she's
19.
Regardless of
what
her
were you at
age-
19? What were you at
This is a
19?
production. Regardless of her age, she was prefaced just as each and every single one
Exactly.
of us was, that do not look at the chat. If you willingly look at the chat,
And there
is
is no
going to be
chat
a
right
lot
now
of
either.
antagonizing. And even if she did do so willingly, which she obviously did, that is
Yeah.
fine, as did I, as did all of us, because we have laughed and giggled at it.
Right.
Just remember, it is a lie, or it is just jackasses on the fucking internet who are just trying to put you down.
Okay,
Don't take it
okay.
seriously.
Yeah.
Understandably, yes,
Unless
she
they
is 19.
compliment you, then
is
hold
fine.
it
Then-
to your heart.
They're complimenting titties and everything else. It's fine. If it's a compliment, take it if you'd like. But at the end of the day, she was prefaced. That's all it actually was.
And it's also just
There's
people on
one
the
thing to
internet
preface.
that you will never meet.
There's one thing to preface. There's one thing to experience. She's not, if I was
If
19,
she hasn't
if
experienced
I was
it,
19 years old on this
How do you do
podcast, I would myself. Or excuse me. Sorry,
Okay,
sorry,
well,
sorry,
that's
sorry,
crazy.
sorry,
Oh
sorry.
my god.
I can't say that. I can't say that word. I'm sorry. I
That's
would.
just
I
exaggerated.
would not exaggerating. I would be so hypersensitive.
Over opinions on the internet that you don't know.
1,000.
Without further ado, we're going to have the guests introduce themselves. So please tell us your name, age, occupation, and also where you're from. Go ahead.
Hello, YouTube chat. My name is Mira, and I live stream on Twitch.
Okay. Where are you from?
That information is classified.
What do you mean
Like,
classified?
where do you live, he means.
Oh, I live in Sherman Oaks, California. If you guys want to stop by.
No, I mean it could also be like where you've no, not ethnically, just like where you're from.
What?
But, huh?
What are the other two?
Like where you currently live or where you originally
Like if
are
you
from?
like she could have just moved to Sherman Oaks 3 months ago. So I wouldn't, if she lived previously in New York, for example, for 20 years of her life, I wouldn't say she's from Sherman Oaks.
I'm from Sherman Oaks, California.
Well, I detect an accent. So are you from somewhere else?
What kind of accent do you detect in Brian?
What do you mean?
What are you feeling right now?
A vague European accent.
Okay. Which part of Europe?
You want to just, I don't want to play a guessing game, but if you want to just say it, go ahead.
I don't.
What do you mean? Haven't you disclosed this already online?
No.
You've never disclosed your European origin?
No, everyone's guessing.
Everybody's guessing? Come on,
Yes.
like you've obviously disclosed.
It's going to be a big reveal, just like my age.
So you are going to reveal it
At some point, yes.
during the show?
No.
Wait, what?
In her career.
Oh my God, this girl's annoying. Okay, what about you?
Hi, I'm Haley Herms. I'm 28. I'm a plus size model, content creator, and entrepreneur, and I'm from LA.
Okay. Thank you for disclosing your age and where you're from. Appreciate it.
Like if there was a scar, if there was a mental scar, what should she look like? Should she come in and go, boop, boop, boop? I mean, how should she look?
She'd be jaded. She could be a femcel. She could swear off men.
She could maybe not give us any of the details that we've been asking for, and then he has to pry each and every individual one out. She can kind of be a smartass and totally vague. Maybe
So
all of
because
those
she
are
doesn't
mental
wanna-
scars due to the fact that she's been hyper
Because she doesn't want to pony up her
or maybe
age
not.
and
We don't know.
ethnicity, and she
but
wants to keep
she
some
does seem
mystique.
to be
She's
I didn't ask for
very vague.
ethnicity. I didn't ask for ethnicity.
Yes, you did. She said Sherman Oaks, and you said I'm detecting an accent.
That's
Well,
not
that's because-
asking. That could
yeah.
be nationality.
You said maybe she lived somewhere prior to Sherman Oaks.Maybe she was like in New York for 20 years. How'd she get a European accent from living in New
Okay,
York?
why is that
I
more
was
important
using
than
New
the fact
York-
that
It's
she
not
has
more
one
important.
night
He brought it
stands?
up.
I was using New York as an example.
I
I'm
know,
not saying that
Brian.
I detected a New York accent.
You just
But
seem more
in any
upset
case,
about
forget
that
it. It's
than-
kind of irrelevant. That
What do you mean
conversation's
upset? He
irrelevant.
brought it up. I was
No, I'm
responding
saying,
to
like-
him.
All right.
Yes. Why is that not red? There's a $100 donation.
We read it at intervals throughout the show. We don't read it immediately.
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay, we got. You know what? Maybe we'll hire you as a producer. You can come on as a consultant. You can give us some, recommendations. But
Okay, Brian. Yes,
no,
we
I'm
were
asking.
dating.
I'm asking. I don't know any details. I've seen his stream like 3 times. I'm not super familiar.
We had fun.
Actually, no. I think I DM'd him a couple months ago to see if he wants to be on the show, but that's the extent of it.
I can talk to him about it. I think that would be interesting. We have good chemistry
He'd be
when
good.
we
He's
interact.
he's got some riz.
He
some
does.
charisma.
He's honestly really fun to hang out with.
Yeah, he
He's
seems
got
like a
this-
good guy.
Yeah.
Mitch Jones, come on. We'll talk about World of Warcraft and Season of Discovery.
Next time.
If you got a guild, we'll we'll help you recruit. Okay, not that you need it. Okay, so, But so were you guys like friends with benefits? What was boyfriend, girlfriend? What was the extent of the relationship? What, you did date him, right?
You really don't let me get away with vague answers, huh?
Well, it's just easier if you're just precise. That way I can get a quick answer, you can answer, then I can keep things moving.
What is your relationship status, Brian?
Oh my God, this girl.
Is that her?
Yes, I am currently in a long-term. I'm actually was going to propose to her tonight, but no, actually she's a virgin. Her chastity's intact. So if you'd like, I can arrange.
What's her name?
Kiki.
Do you love me?
Exactly. Oh my God, okay. Just burning seconds here. What was the boyfriend, girlfriend? I mean, it's clear people know you guys were romantically involved, so it'd be very simple instead of me having to try to pull it out of you if you'd just be like, oh yeah, we were boyfriend, girlfriend.
Is it clear? I don't think we ever had like a sex tape or anything. We just like hang out. We hang out. That's all, like on streams.
Well, you could
and
still
quarreled a lot for entertainment of Twitch chat. They like that.
So were you guys monogamous? Exclusive?
Oh no, he was sleeping around a lot.
Okay. So it wasn't exclusive. So you guys were like, it was a situationship, friends with benefits type thing?
I think we were just streaming on Twitch, entertaining people and like having a good time. That's how I would define that. Because back then... You could have
just said, oh, we were just friends. But were you dating?
There's definitely an edge that was added to it, but...
Did you guys have P in the V? Was there P in the V? Yes, no, just the tip.
I'm not ready to answer that question.
Just a tip, just for a second, just to see how it feels.
No, that would be pity sex.
Okay. 1 sec, it's coming up. It's from Aiden Smash. Myra, want to get a viral clip to get even more simps in her hands. She's full of shit. Time to castle her. Are you full of shit?
Myra.
Myra.
Yes, you're full of shit.
Are you teaching me how to pronounce my own name?
No, I'm just terrible with names, so I'm going to probably continue to butcher it throughout the rest of the show, but don't take it personally.
Okay, Bran.
What's that?
You heard me.
Because I mispronounced your name?
Yes, this is war.
This is war? Oh my God, this girl. Okay. This girl. What do you guys think, chat? Chat, what do you guys think? What do you guys think, chat?
Well, back to the other question.
Does the chat think they're teaming? She's like, wait. Oh, hold on. I'm reading the chat here. What do you guys think, chat? Is this a kick? I don't know. We'll let it slide, but like, can you relax a little bit?
Can you help me relax?
Why are you being like... Is that like a good faith question, or are you just being obnoxious?
I'm just used to streaming on Twitch. That's usually how it goes.
How does what go?
Similar. Entertainment.
What's entertaining? How?
She hasn't seen this show. This is her first podcast appearance. She's not familiar with the way you structure the flow.
What do you mean? What's structure?
She's not trying to obstruct. She thinks this is
Do you think
your
that's
content.
Like how normal people have a conversation, though, just out of curiosity?
You want me to deem her abnormal for...
No, but remember in the beginning when they were like trying to have a good, normal, flowed conversation. That's the point.
I think she wants to talk about certain topics. She just doesn't want to disclose certain details about her identity. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, all right, moving on. All right, let's get into some of the notes here.
I don't get the gun question.
Oh, sorry.
I don't get the gun question.
Was it directed at... It might have just been directed at the women, but...
And what about, would you date a murderer? I'm curious to hear everyone's answers.
No. Criminality in women is incredibly unattractive, so no, I would not. Go ahead. To the gun question, did you want...
Yeah, just guns are awesome in every single capacity, and people should own lots of them.
What is your favorite gun?
For me, I like AK-47s.
For what reason?
Well, because they have I like the payload that the AK-47 delivers to the target.
He likes the payload.
What do you usually use as a target?
I don't know, like small clay pigeons.
Clay.
And then I paint obnoxious faces on them.
He's kidding.
It's joking.
It's a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Wait, fuck, hold on.
You don't call people retards. It's bad taste.
Yeah,
You
we're
call your
not-
friends retards when they're acting
Ableism's okay off of Twitch. It's not a communist dictatorship.
Yeah,
over
but
here.
would have been banned on Twitch for that.
Don't worry.
Actually, was
It
because
was-
my friend said that.
It was
word.
Michael Scott who said it, not anybody at the table, so it's okay. They've even
Can I walk around, please?
no, wait.
I'm
just
feeling really
vote-
restless.
Just wait just a sec because we will give you more attention. I know.
No, it's not attention. Like, really, it's my back. I can be still in a frame in here. Is that okay?
Do you want to do jumping jacks or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe just.
I think the audience would be okay with that.
What?
Freebies. You want to give me a massage?
No, I'm not. I mean, if you want to stand behind me and give me or, well, I don't think. No, maybe not Andrew, but.
So no cookies or.
Yeah, they're over there on the
They're
counter.
over there if you need to get. Well, you're both gonna excuse
I'll bring
yourself.
the cookies.
I asked first.
The nice lady brought the cookies.
Oh, I guess you can eat them here. Doc Venablis here. Why is she coming this way?
These actually are so dope. They look like soap.
Are you-
Green or orange? Which one?
I think. Wait, what are you doing over there? She's the hungry one.
I was trying to order the host.
Oh my God. Okay. In communist Cuba, doctors are slave labor and get paid $50 a month. Cab drivers make more money. Donate to GLAD. I'm sorry. Okay.
Are you okay? You look like you're.
She's massaging her temple.
Yeah, I usually go to bed around 11, and the drive is like 2 hours. I'm just letting you guys know I will leave soon, although I did enjoy this. I'm falling asleep and my back hurts.
I love her.
Your back hurts? You got back problems? What are your back problems? What you got?
Here and here. Would you like to massage me, Brian?
If you want to massage, I got real back problems. So if you can massage me if you want, but no, you're good though. You can make another like 4 hours, right? Yeah, I think. No, I'm kidding.
Is that how you guys usually go?
No, we're not gonna go that long. But any girls?
Because
what are you doing to the microphone, lady? You're literally rubbing your
I'm sleeping.
concealer on the tip of the microphone. It's
I'm cuddling with it.
haram.
Do you mind?
You're so high maintenance. Okay.
We didn't even start dating, Brian.
What's that? What? We didn't even. Okay. All right. It was a joke. Okay. Bro, get the fuck off the show. Leave. Just get up.
Good night.
Leave. Get up. Leave. She's been one of the most disruptive guests we've ever had. She cannot stay still. She's been obtuse the entire time. Like, if you're gonna come and snore, I've given her so many passes. Like,
That was my ride.
oops. Okay. I mean, look, it's just rude that she's. Granted, we've gone late, but she's been rude this entire time. I've given her so many passes. She's getting up. She's being disruptive. So, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna end the show. Thank you guys for coming. Those of you who made it. She could have just put on okay, whatever.
Let's hear it for Big Dick Brian.
You got the clap.
There you go. I got the. Thank you for the. I'm gonna put that on my resume. Thank you. Thank you for the endorsement. Much appreciated.
I will say this though. I like that you kicked her off like 2 minutes
No, I
before
know.
we ended the show. That's perfect.
I mean,
Gotta get that clip.
I've never. No, it's not. I mean,
Pretty good.
I don't think I've had anybody that like. Have we had somebody that, I don't know, she was up and about, moving around, like just being disruptive, generally disruptive. So
She probably has ADHD.
I have ADHD and I sit here and whatever. I think it's just she wasn't getting enough attention, so whatever. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
I'm just saying.
What are you doing? What do you mean if you can talk? So you're not going to rejoin the panel?
What is
How long
happening?
has she been up for? Oh.
Not that long.
5 minutes. Like, stop crying.
But yo, I'm not crying, but like there's a certain level of decorum that you need to adhere to on the podcast. It's not, there's not going to be a negotiation of, I will get to sit back down when I get to talk. Please join the panel. What? You literally said, I will rejoin the panel when I get to talk. That's not how this goes. Will you, that is, am I making this
No.
up? Is that exactly what she said?
That is what she said.
That's literally exactly verbatim what you said. I'm kindly asking if you will please rejoin the panel so we don't have people walking around in the background. Kindly, please. God, bro, this is a fucking childcare. Jesus Christ. Fucking daycare tonight.
Can we talk about decorum? Because you like, I think it's kind of rude to like have people come that you're just meeting and they're your guests. Like you're hosting. And I didn't feel like you were as kind as you could have been before the podcast started.
How's your decorum when you meet people?
I mean, you didn't introduce yourself.
I'm busy doing other things. I'm
Too
not
busy
obliged.
to say hello?
Yes, too busy to say hello.
To say hello to your guests?
You could have
Yes.
said it from across the room while
Like,
typing
hey guys,
on something
hey,
else.
sorry, I'm super busy. How are you guys?
Yeah,
Good, bye.
no excuse or anything.
You walked
I'm
in,
not-
you ignored every
Speaking
single
of
one
decorum,
of us.
speaking of decorum coming from you, before the show, you said, I am here, come get me. Dude, I'm hungry, please respond or I will go get a Sam sandwich. And we said, be down in a moment. And then you said, it's like not that hard to answer the door. I kind of feel disrespected and don't know how much longer I'm gonna wait. There's a lot of moving parts to this podcast. Madison, one of our helpers, she's out sick. Nick has some stuff going on too. There's a lot of moving parts. We had a ton of people flake today. Yeah, we weren't able to get to the door immediately to let you in. That's not
Which,
being
by the way,
disrespectful.
that's common. That's common. I've been on the podcast multiple times, and they haven't always been able to start right on time. That's very common for a podcast like this. Was he supposed to roll out the red carpet and kiss your asses? Is that what you're saying?
Andrew,
I also don't talk to
wanted
my
a
guests
hello.
before my podcast just because I don't want to have anything that we could have used on the thing.
Yeah.
Can I ask
That
a
happens a lot.
question? So Andrew,
For
God,
etiquette is all I'm saying.
Andrew, you have your own podcast. Do you have guests on your podcast when you
All the time, yeah.
So whenever they come in, when they come into your space or studio, do you say hello to them?
Nick, who is my agent,
I'm asking
really-
him. Can you chill?
Yeah.
No, but
Let-
you're
let's-
trying to
let's-
attack.
Sometimes.
You're
I'm
trying
not
to.
attacking anything.
No,
Can I
you're
ask-
trying.
Andrew,
Stop
do you
interrupting. You're trying to.
You interrupted me.
Yes.
I'm asking
Once
Andrew
again,
a question.
once again, I am the host. Ergo, I have as the host of the podcast.
Andrew, can you answer the question when you have a moment? Do you say hello to your guests when they come on? And be totally honest. You know.
Okay, so I'll tell you the distinction.
coming soon,
right?
boys.
Like if I
Yeah,
were
go.
Brian, I would have already kicked off half of you. That's how good he is and how bad I am at my job. I would have already kicked most of you off.
If you were
No
on
problem.
a-
But do you say hello to your guests when they come on? When they
I'll tell you this
come into the
much.
studio? I'm asking Andrew.
My understanding is Andrew doesn't have an in-person podcast.
No, that's correct. I don't have in
Also,
person. I do video
as-
podcasting.
Nick
Noted.
there, I have an agent. Nick is my agent. He greets you on my behalf. I am busy.
On your behalf.
Well, and also,
Bro, yo. I don't need, hold on, check yourself. I don't need the fucking attitude.
Check.
It's been all fucking night with you.
Oh
Relax.
my
No, you've come in with a very nasty attitude.
You have been like this from
No,
since
I
the
haven't.
very
No, I
moment-
haven't.
from
You've
the
been very
moment we
fucking
walked in.
nasty.
No, I
Yes,
really
you have.
not.
Yes, you have.
No, I think you're just hypersensitive.
what does 304 mean?
It's coming, boys. It's coming. Okay.
I just personally think like I understand where you're coming from because you run a podcast and you're like trying to like because we got here an hour before the live stream started, right? So
Correct.
you're trying to figure out what's gonna happen, what like your points are and all this stuff. So you don't really have time to say hi to people. And like how you're saying like he is very like, oh hi, like I didn't feel disrespected at all.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
He gave me
I didn't
tortilla
either.
chips,
Didn't
so
at all.
that guy's
The
nice.
tortilla chips.
We have complimentary food. We have drinks. We provide you guys with waters.
It's fine. It's not to be debated. It's fine. Everyone's
I'm like, I don't know why we're getting into the meta of my conduct before the podcast. I don't think it's rude for me to be heavily, bear in mind, we had a ton of flakes tonight. I don't want to get into that. People are running late.
was.
I'm trying to operate a smooth show. And when people cancel, people are,
And this
are
is
late.
your job, right?
You're wicked. Look at how she's smiling right now. This chick's wicked.
Well, this is your job, though, right?
This is my
He's
job.
He's just trying to captain the ship. That's all.
Yeah.
Also, I keep in mind when it came to, if you were to go to a certain Miami podcast, you would have been kicked off already. And the main host, he doesn't talk. You don't even see him until the moment the show starts.
True.
He's in another. Have you been on FNF?
No, I know how like things work.
No, the main host, he doesn't talk to anybody before the show. I talked to some of you. Been on FNF?
No, I haven't, but I have a lot of people that I know have. I think, like, I came in here, I didn't expect to have the conversation prior. I've worked on a lot of fucking podcasts and streams. At the end of the day, we're working together. It's not like, hey, besties, hey, friends, like any of that shit.
Yeah, I ain't your friend.
That's a little crooked because you and I, we had spoken before. Hold on. You and I, we spoke outside.
Mm-hmm.
We were like totally bonded, and when we got in here, you and I sat on the couch together, and we both had knowledge, like, he has kind of a weird energy. He didn't even say to any of us. So now you're like,
I'm not pitter pattering. All I'm saying is, like he had 2 other people greet us. That's nice. They must be your assistants of some sort. I'm not saying that it's necessarily rude. I'm just saying.
But you did say it was rude on the couch.
This is the most meta
And then
conversation. That's like totally
I'm
unrelated.
good. Well, let's change it. Host.
All I'm saying is, at the end of the day, in his perspective and the way that he's presenting himself, I'm stating it is understandably so that he wouldn't interact with us because at the end of the day, we're not friends. We're just meeting each other. We're literally colleagues at this very moment and having a conversation online.
Absolutely.
It's
hey
nothing
guys.
personal.
Hey guys.
I didn't mean like roll out the red carpet as you said. Like you took what I said, which is I didn't get a hi, and you conflated.
I'm not obliged. This is how women view things. I'm not obliged to come and say hi to you. Why didn't I could just flip this on you? Why didn't any of you say hi to me?
I did say hello when
and
I
you're
actually walked
busy.
in.
That's very true.
No, you
do
didn't.
know that he's busy.
Yeah, he was in A game mode. Like he was.
Yes.
I did say
Did
hello.
you guys? Did you not see how hectic it was before and like getting everything set up?
The
yes.
moment I walked in,
Sorry that I did not engage you in a 5-minute bullshit fucking
I don't
conversation.
want that.
before
I
the show.
don't want to talk to you for 5 minutes. I walked in. I said, "Hey."
To who?
You.
I was sitting over here. What are you talking
I
about?
walked in. I go, "Hey!" Like I was so
To
excited.
who did you say hi to? I was over here. I'm not even visible.
I went to the kitchen island.
I'll get to it, guys. Okay.
I said hi. I was very excited to come here. I still am very excited to come here, and I am extremely thankful. Really, genuinely. I like what you do. I really do. I think you're controversial. You get people's blood boiling. And I'm addicted to a lot of your content. I think you're extremely
And I
talented
think you're
at what you do.
obnoxious. Thank you for the endorsement, though. I'll put that on my.
1000%.
I'll put that on my.
Your resume.
Resume. Thank you. That's wonderful. Okay, so, my God, bro. They're
How did it
fucking.
get to that?
Imagine being married to this woman. The nagging. I'm not even dating this woman. I'm not your boyfriend. You're not going to come on my podcast and nag me about, oh, you were not acting in a way that I wanted you to act, and you didn't greet me in the precise way that I would have liked to have been greeted.
I didn't even say any of that.
I'm sure I would imagine you drive your boyfriends crazy. You're nagging me. I'm not even your dude. Like, imagine the dude that you date. Holy fuck, bro.
But Brian, yeah, listen, you're such a control freak. Why couldn't you just let her get a sandwich, Brian? Why couldn't you just let her get a sandwich?
Oh, that was her. That was her.
No, she went and got a sandwich.
Andrew.
She did.
Oh,
She
she
came
got
up
a
with the sandwich.
Andrew.
Also, I don't want to pick on anybody, but you did say, I've never even heard of this podcast, and if I don't like it, I'll leave. That was your words. And you
I
guys,
did hear that.
And you guys asked me the questions like, I work here. I was like, I don't fucking work here. I know I'm 80, but I don't work here. It's all right. But just if we're going to all talk about this, which I'm surprised we're talking about.
I respect you
It's
enough
okay.
to not do that now that I know you.
Do what?
Leave.
Okay, good.
King donated $200. This is the problem with modern women. They lack humility, emotional control, and proper manners in a public setting.
But they're hot.
It basically turned into a whataboutism. Like I was like, yo, you're standing back there and I will rejoin the table when I have an opportunity to speak. That was my criticism. Then you felt the need to like, okay, let's address this alleged or imagined or supposed grievance before the show.
I didn't
of
bring
you
it up.
not.
though. I didn't bring. I didn't.
Well,
bring it
I
up.
think it's an imagined grievance, but it's true that I did not
Definitely
breach
imagine because I spoke to multiple girls on the show, and they all said the same thing.
multiple girls.
The last time.
These show? What do you mean, like
Yes.
from this show?
Yes. No, not you.
Okay, which
Next to
girl
me.
objected to me not saying hi to you? Because she arrived at 5 p.m. She was late. There's Mia here. There's her.
Mia and I were outside.
Okay.
And all that I stated inside when I entered the studio was I immediately went to the restroom. You immediately went in here if we're going to say he said, she said, what she did, all that stuff. I actually went to the restroom before I could even see if anybody greeted one another. And I think you three were actually in here. And I was like, okay, I come out of the restroom. You say, oh, he hasn't greeted anybody. I say, has anything been done? I say, that's odd. That's all I said. Doesn't mean that I'm saying, oh, he's a terrible fucking man. Any of that shit.
Definitely.
Not that you're saying that, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't go about that.
When
I
you go to a
wasn't, that's all
TV show or a podcast or even your friend's house or a house party or anything, you're just kind of assessing the social
just there,
situation.
yeah.
That's all it is. And everything
It's
can be
ridiculous.
different. And then you also sometimes think to yourself, well, maybe this is normal for this. Maybe. Like, it's crazy we're even debating this.
At the end of
I had some chips, talked to those fucking clowns
Yeah.
over there. They were nice guys. And obviously, he's in work mode, so I'm going, hey, let Brian cook. I've seen what he does on the show, so I'll get to meet him on the show. And I will say, it is a podcast standard, maybe not yours and maybe not whatever. If I have 3 podcasts, and the etiquette on ours is, if I start talking to her before the show, she'll be like, oh, and I went to this movie with this guy, and he's fucking... And then I go, oh, and then you watch the same podcast. Because when you try to recreate that moment organically, it feels all bullshit. I'm like, damn it, we should have had that on the pod.
Yeah.
And I'm a talker, so I don't shut up, and I'm not as motivated or as successful as him because I don't get shit done before the podcast.
Well, you're also missing a key element, which is that you're not a spoiled brat. So that's also.
I was about to get
what's
mad.
key
What do you
here.
mean I'm missing a key element, Andrew?
Yeah.
No.
it's
No,
all
I
good.
didn't. I don't want I don't want preemptive conversation because I totally agree. I think that if you were to have a conversation, if you were to have seen me and said, "Hey, what are you doing? Where'd you come from? What did it would have probably progressed into something. I don't want to have a conversation.
What the podcast
That's
is
what
for.
the podcast is for. Why would I want to have a conversation? Hello would do.
Yeah, he was
And
just
that's
busy.
all I'm
Quinn.
saying.
Everyone
He's
busy.
just
I drove
he's
like
just
15
busy.
hours to be here, and I haven't
Nice.
once said anything. And like
15?
some people got up, and because they weren't getting any attention or I haven't spoken at all. And
No,
I'm
you really
not
haven't.
once like
You haven't.
I haven't once spoke like I haven't gotten up.
Specific amount of energy.
But you're hot.
Beautiful.
Keep going back to that.
I think my I'll just say this is when I had spoken up, you had looked at me and go, you've done enough talking. So I went, okay, so like
Did I say that?
I don't remember
I don't
that.
think I said
yes,
that.
you did. Yes,
Huh?
you did.
I'll take thanks for never happened for 200, Alex.
But it did. But it
Listen,
did. But
there's a
hold
lot
on,
of
hold on. Do you think
conversation
you would've
going
said
on.
that to me too?
I don't think I said that.
No,
I
you
don't
were
think
like,
I said
you
that.
were like, okay, the attention will come back to you, like something's gonna
'Cause you
happen.
felt like you were throwing
so
a
whatever.
fit.
And then I stayed quiet. So that's what I'm saying is like whenever I feel like I organically can come into the conversation, I would love to enter back in. I don't know where I'm welcome to speak without being told I can't.
Yo,
speak.
the gentlemen
Okay,
who are
yo.
watching, the solipsism. Yo, you don't need to fucking mock me. What's your deal? Like, if I'm speaking, you
Okay,
don't
okay,
need
okay.
to repeat the words
I
in
won't.
which I just said in a mocking, condescending way.
May I also say that it's peak
Yes, sir.
female entitlement that we've spent 30 minutes arguing about. You didn't say hi to me, Brian.
I agree,
Can we
Andrew. I
just
don't want to talk
acknowledge
about
that?
it. I don't want
The
to talk about it.
solipsism is on what I was going to say. This is solipsism on display. It's all me, me, me. I'm the center of the universe. So, okay. I have a question for you, though, to
Wow.
give you a little bit of attention, and I'll ask all the other girls here at the table. You're a feminist. Let's see.
Are you
There's a
asking
lot of
me? I'm
notes
sorry.
here.
I don't know who you're asking.
Yes, I'm talking to you. You consider yourself a feminist. Do you consider yourself liberal in your politics?
Not at all.
Okay.
Definitely more conservative leaning, for sure.
Okay.
I think technically be libertarian.
Would you prefer the world without men?
Never.
Do you think that you can be racist against white people?
Yes.
Do you think you can be sexist against men?
Yes.
Were you were charged? Were you prosecuted?
Prosecuted, no. And most of the time, offenses against cops aren't. They're usually dropped immediately because they're actually extremely common, and judges don't give a fuck. especially if you're white and a woman.
I'm actually, Andrew, I don't know if you want to weigh on this. I'm actually starting to believe that she's a troll.
Maybe.
Like, I'm actually.
Yeah, so listen.
Andrew,
I mean, at this point, I think you got to go with your gut, bro.
No, Andrew,
I think you got to go with your gut here. I mean, at some point, we got to get some sanity back
she's trolling.
on this. Can we all just make a nice agreement right now that going forward, we're all going to be as good faith as we can in this conversation? We already had this massive meta conversation about the conversation. Then we had a conversation about that conversation. Can we just try to all be adults and try to kind of move forward here without, being trolls and being assholes?
I do want to point out, so who drove here from Los Angeles? Where did you come from?
El Paso, Texas.
You flew here, right?
I drove.
So if you're here to troll, and we mentioned this before the show.
Would never.
She's serious right now.
No.
For real?
Like, if you're
Andrew?
Come on.
Stop. If you're here to troll, like, if you object to the whatever podcast, you don't like it, that's totally fine. But bear in mind, this isn't a one-on-one interview. If you're like coming on to troll, whatever. But people spent time and money to be here. Like, if you're fucking with me, fine.
I came from Boston. I would never troll for this.
That's kind of irrelevant. But the way you're conducting yourself is now leading me to believe. I thought initially you're just bad faith, but now I actually think you're trolling.
No.
If you don't like the Whatever podcast,
I
totally
love the
cool.
Whatever podcast.
But to be respectful to the other guests who have spent time and money to be here, she flew here, she spent money to be here.
I can guarantee I spent
Please, I'm at like.
She drove.
Huh?
I can guarantee I spent more.
You drove from. It's not a competition.
No, I know. You just said you spent a lot of money. I said I'm spending a lot of more. I would never come on a podcast to troll.
You
Spending
strike me as
thousands of
manic.
dollars.
I like, are you manic?
Never. No. But you asked me about my arrest story. Do you want to hear about it or not? I'll tell you completely.
So
exactly
you
what
actually punched 2 police officers in the face.
Just
moving off from the violence thing to her claim that all men are P words.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your proof?
This entire fucking conversation. You guys
Oh, great. So you have
battling.
proof?
You're the only one
You
who brought
have-
up 18-year-olds.
No, and
What's
none
your
of you would
proof?
answer it.
We did.
We all said no.
What's your hang on.
Yeah,
quickly.
you're lying.
It's loading, guys.
Would you?
What's your proof?
No.
Okay, you're
Can you
lying.
tell me? Hang
Like,
on, just real
what?
quick. Just let me finish the exchange, please. What's your evidence for this?
I'm saying that if I presented you a scenario, that if you had the full ability with
It's not
no
evidence.
one knowing,
It's a question.
sure.
Yeah.
But I know for a
So the
fact.
question's not an argument.
vast
She knows
majority
for a
of
fact.
Men,
But
I
she
do.
just
The
said that she
vast
also
majority
wouldn't
of
do
men.
it.
The vast majority, because it's different. Men and women are different.
So
I'm so
bad
sorry to
faith.
tell you, girl.
Right. And it'd be like if I just said to you, like, you don't know what it's like to be a man.
You don't.
Right.
Well, hang on, all of you guys. Just let me finish the exchange with her. It'll only take a second. What's the argument for the proofs that you can provide that all men are P words?
Because men are pedophiles. You keep.
You just
this
that's a
entire
restatement. That's just a
This
restatement
entire
of the position.
Andrew, this entire conversation, have you guys been focusing on fertility and women being innocent and malleable without a history?
Why
okay?
is that? and
Just
what does
call
that have to do
yourself.
at all?
Say that you
What-
want to
hang on,
have a fresh
hang on.
meat
What
pussy.
does that have
Just
to do with
say
anything?
It. Just say it. You like young girls. All of you like little girls. Andrew, yes, you do.
No. Listen to you. You say that you all like young girls and little girls. So let me ask the question back to you. Why is it that in the public school system, so many women are having sex with underage boys?
Not like men are f***ing women and
it's
having
way
and
worse,
molesting and
way
molesting
worse.
girls.
It's an epidemic of
I don't know if I
almost
can say that,
biblical
sorry.
proportions. Why is that happening? Is that because all women are P words?
Repeat the question.
Why is there such an epidemic, an overwhelming epidemic of women inside of the school system having sex with underage boys, sometimes as young as 13, 12 years old, in order to get their rocks off? Why is it when they're in a position of power and authority over young men, they essay them constantly? What is that because all of them are P words?
That's a really great question because I'm always also wondering that with men and young girls.
It's power of
constantly.
authority, exactly is what you're saying.
So my question is again,
Okay.
is it because all women are P words or isn't it?
It's because if you're in a power of authority, if you have a place of authority, you're going to do it. That's what you're saying. Women do it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you to answer my question. Don't reframe my argument. Just answer to the argument.
What's your question?
He's asking her a question, I'm pretty sure,
Say it
right?
again. I'm like,
what is the
Just
reason?
answer to the argument. Is the reason that so much SA happens in schools from female teachers to young boys because all women are P words?
No, but men are.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna answer.
Right, so what's your evidence then? I just gave you a huge swath of evidence.
Because
for women.
it is in
What's your
men.
evidence for
It is
men?
in men DNA to want to conquer and dominate. And what is easy to conquer and dominate? Young girls.
Okay, so what's
erroneous?
Can I answer?
What is your evidence for any of this?
Literally every crime committed with a man raping, molesting a girl. Literally the women that are sitting
There's
at the
that
table with
radical
an OnlyFans.
feminism she was talking
Yeah,
about.
where's the actual evidence for what you're saying is true?
Of what? Men molesting.
She thinks
young
all
girls?
men are pedophiles.
No, that all men are P words because some men do horrible things. What's the
She
evidence
literally-
all men
what?
are P words? What is it?
She
Make a
literally-
quick point,
She
please.
literally was the one to tell us that there are more women who are now teaching because of certain gender roles. I believe that was actually you. So
Oh my
that
God.
is
What
why
is
there's
it? So please make your point
So
quick.
that is why there's a higher epidemic with women doing these things to young boys. That is why. But you're not even able to repeat that statement, so you are literally making no fucking sense. If you use your own fucking knowledge and your own reasoning, then you would make sense, and this would no longer be a fucking argument.
I don't know what you.
I still don't understand what the argument was.
Let me ask a
either.
couple. Hold on. Let me ask a couple clarifying questions.
Yeah.
So, is it genuinely your position that you think that all men are pedophiles?
I think the vast majority, yes. Innately, yes. Biologically, yes. I think that they were granted the opportunity to get away with having sex with a 15-year-old girl with no repercussions, they would do it. Yes.
What's the evidence for that?
You have no evidence for this.
This entire conversation has been.
Yeah,
evidence.
so that's not an argument.
entire
That's an argument from
conversation-
incredulity. It's fallacious. What's the evidence that I can look at right now that proves your point?
What are you even talking? Look at.
I'm talking about evidence.
Well, hold on.
Do you have any or not?
Yeah. So let's talk about Epstein's Island. Perfect example right there.
Some men do such bad things. Therefore
That is
all men do all
men.
bad things.
That is a bunch of elite men. You don't see women going over the little boys. It's a bunch of men.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Can you ever sit down?
Can you ever sit down,
It's a bunch
please?
of men going to fucking Lolita's Island or going on Lolita Express, going to St. James, and it's men fucking young
Recruited
girls.
for Epstein. Was it a woman who recruited for Epstein?
Yes. They worked in tandem. Her father
Yeah,
was
so
the
why would
her
a
father.
woman- why
her
would a woman be
father
helping him
her
do that?
father.
She
If
was
you
also
actually
a
knew
P-word,
about
right?
them, you would know that her father was a Fed, and he's the one who created the whole thing. Jeffrey got involved with it later.
Okay, so on the Ghislaine
people
Maxwell, can you answer to why it was that Ghislaine Maxwell was recruiting for this P-word island if she wasn't a party to it as well?
They're both working in tandem.
Right, so this is not evidence.
But who's
that all men are
fucking?
P-words.
Who
This is
is
absurd,
fucking?
And you're an idiot.
Who is fucking? Who's doing the thing? It's
Well,
not the
I would
women.
say that the women inside the public
It's not the
school system tend to do
women,
a
Andrew.
whole lot
It's
of
not
that.
the
Wouldn't you
women.
agree?
It's not the women. It's not the women
Well,
coming
then
to
why
St.
is there
James.
so many teachers
Women
getting
are
arrested
not.
for,
Answer
you
the
know,
question.
essaying
Why
little
is there
boys?
so many men flying to St. James Island? Why isn't it women going to fuck
Those
little
men
boys?
suck, but they're not all
those,
men.
All
They're
those
not
women
normal.
who were recruited by another woman?
Blah blah. God, you're not even answering the question. You're like
Yeah. I
harping
did.
on one very specific thing.
You brought up the specific thing.
Yeah, and you keep talking about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, but that's
Who
because
is
she was
the
the
kids?
recruitment agent for the P-word.
Who is
meaning she
having
was also a P-word.
children?
She participated
It's not
in
women.
this.
It's
so
not
this is
women.
not evidence that all
Women
men
aren't
are
driving
P-words.
to St. James.
It's ridiculous.
It's not happening.
So your position is you think the majority of men are P-words?
Yeah.
Said all, but yeah.
Biologically,
And
innately, yes.
From what I could tell, you think me and Jeff are also P-words? Is that what that's basically what you said.
There are outliers, and I hope you are one of them.
But you just said if there's some
Andrew, do
crazy
you have
situation.
like a smoking gun on this? Because
This is very simple. I've already given the smoking gun. I see more SA coming out of the public school system between females who have a
Lie.
power differential between young boys. They them at massive, monstrous rates. It's incredible. Two, You've offered no counter evidence.
I have. I
that
literally just
men,
about St. James
that the
Island.
majority. Hang on. Let me finish. You have not offered a single shred of evidence that the majority of men in society are P words. Can you offer that evidence without restating the position and saying because of this conversation? Give me the evidence.
Yeah, I just told you St. James Island, Hollywood. Hello.
That's not evidence that
Yes,
most men are
it
P
is.
words.
How is that? There is nothing of a better evidence
bro.
than St. James Island.
Because
I
a thing
don't
happens
fucking
doesn't
get
make it an
it.
argument.
Evidence that most
How
men
is that
are
not
P words
evidence?
because
Tell me how
some
that's
men
not
do bad
fucking
things.
evidence.
How's that mean most men do bad things?
Yeah. So you were trying to make the point, which incredibly bad faith, like trying to ask us a question to try to, because like super bad faith. You've been bad faith this entire show. I think you're intentionally trolling now. You like chilled out for a little bit, but now you're back to fucking troll. I don't even think it's trolling. I just actually think you're a misandrist and you hate men, frankly, because holding the position that most or all men are is an incredibly sexist statement to make. It's incredibly misandrist. You're pathologizing. First off, you're attempting to pathologize men who have a preference for younger women, keyword women.
Fresh meat, malleable, young pussy.
All right, get off the show. Get the fuck off the show. Leave.
This is Sparta!
Get off the show.
Thank God.
Out you go.
So much.
Out you go.
Thank God.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Bro.
Also, one of the comments said that because we like fertility cuteness argument of small. Yeah, I meant smaller than me. I don't want a gal that's 6'4" is what I was suggesting in Tana Bay. I think it's kind of cute when a woman's not 6'4", 220. And thank you for doing that. She was terrible.
Here.
Wow.
She was too much.
Wait, Mia, do you want to just sit over there in her seat? You might want to wipe it. You may want to wipe it down with some sort of
seriously.
antiseptic wipe.
Can you sage that chair?
Yeah, I'm like.
No, I really want to sage myself.
Yeah, switch the cushion.
Very unusual.
Jesus Christ.
I was just like boiling. I was like, girl.
Instantly, it's just the whole room is just like.
I'm just gonna say, like, I think it's really interesting that she was putting so many words into everybody else's mouths. I don't think it was fair or reasonable at all. The way that she was behaving and putting everybody else down and trying to paint a picture that wasn't even existent. Had you said anything about dating XYZ, or had any of us said anything at all, then that was a reason to attack us and to go forward on that. But she did just completely attack just for no reason.
It would also be great if she was a little consistent. But just to be all over, like you can't even say that she doubled down on like what she thought. It was just like all over the place. Like at one point saying leave the 19-year-old and she's only 19, and then the next point be like she's 19, she's a fucker. You're like what's going on here?
She was when I wasn't in the room, I couldn't hear everything that was happening. But like someone commented too, they were like she's infantilizing her, and then in the same breath doing the opposite.
Yeah. What had happened was like you walked out, she chased after you, trying to be a nice guy, whatever it may be. And I said it. She's 19. I didn't say it to put you down by any means.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The situation that happened when she was crying.
When she cried.
Crazy.
And I only said it because I thought it was such a rhetorical thing. She chase after you, try to treat you nicely, and say that we're using that to our advantages and putting you down because you're younger, which we were not doing. And even at that, it was just like we're repeatedly saying she's 19, which was obviously her issue. She had an issue that your age was 19, which is not fair. And it's just
the only one who ever brought it up.
It's what's crazy to me though is when men are basically not allowed to have any preferences, standards, and boundaries when it comes to what they want in a partner. If a girl wants an older guy, that's a preference. Guy wants younger, creepy, immature. Maybe even if you want a younger woman, even if you want to date a younger adult woman, they want to call you a P word,
which is crazy.
Girl doesn't want a short guy, preference. Guy doesn't want an overweight girl, shallow, asshole. Girl wants a dominant guy, preference. Guy wants a submissive woman, misogyny. Girl sets a boundary, empowering. Guy sets a boundary, controlling. Yeah. It's just like, but it's the degree that she took it to was like pathologizing. She basically called us. I don't know if she was talking about you, but she pretty much sat there and called
She definitely did.
She did. Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
A pedo.
She said, and then she said we're lying because we were like, no, we wouldn't do that. And she's like, you're lying. You both would.
But even though she also said that she wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Like
then she said you can hit women. She was all over the
I
map.
know, that was
She was all over
like,
the map. She was a psycho.
But what was weird was she started off with that energy, and I checked her, and then she kind of got in check, and then like I don't know if the meds were wearing off or whatever,
Probably.
but it started amping up again at the end there. So like, what the fuck?
I think what was interesting was just like seeing how she immediately was like, "Fuck Andrew, I love you, Andrew," and then immediately like.
You know what I think has him a little bit upset? Just so you know, every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
Stop. He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
he's mad about it,
He
and
basically
he's mad.
LARPs as a
Honestly,
rich guy on the internet.
If I was
And
absolutely
on
poor, it would
behalf
mean
of all
nothing.
the girls,
It would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in
That's
agreement that
amazing.
we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our
Yeah,
lives.
This is amazing.
What do you do
So
for
I'm
work?
kind
How do you
of
make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you do
walking
for
out,
work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally
What do
real.
you do for work?
And I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do
clickbait
for work?
level.
Utter
I just don't
No, what
really
do you
want to
do for
listen to a
work?
scam artist
You
tell me
can,
what's so
What do you
wrong
do
with
for
our
work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google
I don't
my
fucking
name
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can Google my name.
If you
right
Google
now.
his
Does anyone
name,
know this guy's name?
you'll
And
be
I
exhilarated.
hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my
I
feelings
did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just you're
feelings
trying
earlier.
to
And
do
the
this
whole
whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting
broke.
your feelings. The
You're
whole chat is-
actually broke.
Here's the funny.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny thing.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then what's up? Then prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still
NFT
had a
scam
soul-
on your fans for like
If I still
$400?
Silliness.
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer.
guys,
Is that his job as
I
an actual
think
scammer?
I'm gonna leave, and if any of you girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on. He's rage quitting. He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit. It's
Rage
just
quitting.
you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
quitting.
or
In the
any
line,
of
in
these
the
girls.
line.
here.
I Rage agree. quitting.
Guys, hold on. Let's just take a little
I
pause
didn't mean to
here.
make him
I
rage
think
quit.
I'm done,
No,
Brian.
Adam.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore, and
Just-
I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
When I first walked in, I said,
might
"Do you
have
want
to
the fade?"
polish that milk dud.
When I first walked, when I saw you
appreciate you guys,
downstairs, I said, "Do you want the fade?" And you said no.
Wow.
Okay.
See what you
When I
fucking
first
did?
walked in, I said, "Do you want
Thanks
the
a
fade?"
lot.
You said no. We could have took care of that before the show started.
Do you guys have like some pre-existing beef or something?
Listen,
Okay, can we switch Adam?
when
What
I
if we
came in,
kick this
when
guy
I
out
came in
instead?
downstairs, the first thing I said when I saw him, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, I didn't know you guys had like.
Yeah, as soon as I walked up, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, but I mean, like, did you guys have like a previous?
Yeah,
wait,
because I
what's
went
that?
on No Jumper. He waited until I left the state of California, and then he started talking crazy. And I said, if you had an issue with Marquette Devon Burton, you could have said that to me when I was right there in your studio. Like, you don't have to wait until I
did
leave.
you do an episode with him? I don't listen.
I was like, you don't have to wait
I
until
don't-
I leave.
I don't know.
And then he DM'd me on Instagram like, "Hey, bro, we got to like do a show when you come back." It's like,
Wait,
you're phony.
are you leaving?
Damn.
Can you grab him? Like,
The super villain.
like Adam 22 is like the whole
The
fucking,
super
like,
villain.
premise of the show. What?
Wow.
I'm a super villain? What? Nobody wants
No,
to
I'm the
listen to
super
show.
villain.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you're a fucking dick and you're an idiot.
She is angry. She wants her clout. She has like a tear in her
talk to
eye.
Adam. Go talk to Adam.
She has a tear in her eye. That's wild.
I don't have a fucking
Here.
I believe in you to get him back. Let's
bring Adam
everybody.
back.
Let's like.
Adam back.
I feel like we all
I
are
think
having
Brian-
the same thoughts.
Yes,
go
let's-
through.
Brian
Let's
did
not know.
You set this up for the record. When Brian invited me, you said it would be Marquette 7 Chicks Dating Podcast. Then today, when I was leaving my hotel, someone texted and said Adam 22 will be there. Me, I'm very straightforward. I'm the same person.
Sure.
Online and offline.
Sure.
And he was talking reckless. That's why when I first saw him, I didn't be phony. I walked straight up to him. I said, "Do you want that fade?" He declined the fade. Cool. Let's do the content. But he was not supposed to be here. You guys didn't tell me he was here until I had already spent a tremendous amount of money, got out here,
Okay.
and I was on my way.
I did not. I had no.
So it's like a
idea.
setup.
No. I had no idea that. I don't watch his podcast on frequently. I didn't know that you guys had any issues whatsoever.
I don't
I'm
have
not
an
privy.
issue. I don't have an issue because for me, it's
Okay.
like when I saw you outside and I said, "Do you want that fade?" and you declined the fade.
You mean Adam?
Adam, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He declines the fade. Then there's no issue. It's just like, let's handle the business.
Yeah, I didn't know
And
that there
it seems
was-
like he got emotional. I don't know why he's so angry.
Okay.
Because he said there was no problem. He said it's content. Why not do the content?
Okay.
Yeah. He has his feelings hurt. I think it's just like he feels ashamed about what he's doing. It hurt his feelings. Like he makes up something about me. I didn't get like all emotional, like, oh my God, you like, it doesn't bother me. It's like silliness.
But being fully upfront, I had no idea that I guess he made a.
I don't believe that, but I'm not bothered by it. I still showed up.
No, I'm being totally honest.
And everyone else drove here. I flew here, right?
Sure.
I flew here too, but.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
God include me.
I mean,
regardless if you flew here or drove here, like it was still like literally a 7-hour drive.
No, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. The reason I said that is because the difference between a man flying here and driving here is what you can bring with you.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can bring more stuff. Right, I get it.
Right. So I flew here, and you can't even fly. There's not a private opportunity to fly into Santa Barbara that I could find. I'd have to ask you about that.
No, you can fly like Southwest. It's fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I had to fly commercial here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So there's a difference between what you can bring and what you can't bring. So I walked into a situation knowing I'm dealing with someone that I have a beef with, right? Where he drove here and I flew here. You catching on? No, it's fine.
No,
it's
not
fine.
really,
I'm
because
sure
I mean, regardless, we all took time to be here. So.
I mean, I can reiterate though, I was not aware. You guys seemed totally cool at the beginning of I didn't know.
I was totally
Have
cool.
you been on his show before?
I went on No Jumper.
I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know that there was a beef between
Honestly,
you guys.
once I ask you, do you want the fade, and you say no, to me, there's no beef. He said it's just, let's just do the content. I said, fantastic, let's just do the content. I didn't expect him to get emotional.
I mean, maybe he didn't want beef like right before the show because it could drag out.
No, because if it's beef, then it's beef, right? So like the thing
fair,
is,
yeah.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it's beef, then like let's get it in. Because like if he's saying what's true about his net worth, he doesn't
let's
need
say
the
you
money.
guys did fight, then it'd be like weird. You guys sitting across the table from each
No,
other
it wouldn't. After that, it wouldn't. One of us.
I mean,
probably
I'm not a
both
fighter,
of us.
girl, so maybe I'm
probably
just different
both
with
of us
that.
wouldn't be here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he'd be in the hospital and I'd be on my way elsewhere. You know.
Okay.
So yeah.
Does he have like at least a foot on you?
What do you mean?
Like he's taller. He's like.
Have you seen him?
Yes.
Have you
guys
seen
aren't the same
him?
size.
Oh my God.
I don't know, man.
We were all standing in a circle
Let's
outside.
not fight
you
though.
know.
We're
sit
not.
him
No
down.
violence.
Yeah.
No
Is she
violence.
Coming back or?
Is Adam coming back?
Okay. I have no.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
That has never happened on the show
You
before.
never had the supervillain on the show before.
Is that you?
The supervillain, the Warrior King.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's your
apparently.
supervillain name?
Apparently, the Saint in the Center.
Okay.
The Saint in the Center. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had known that there was like some beef between you guys, I would have scheduled you guys on different days.
I'm
Adam
not
was
buying
kinda,
that because you told me when you invited me on that it would be me and 7 chicks. And
Wait,
to bring
what? Hold on.
And to bring Adam.
No, well, let me make something clear. So, for the vast majority of the guests we bring on, we don't disclose who the other guests are. When you're coming,
You're
it's
saying it's multiple guys.
What's
Male
that?
guy- You're saying there's multiple male.
Well, actually, Charlie Kirk was supposed to. I don't want to. We were going to have
Okay.
Charlie Kirk here tonight.
cool.
And that's what precipitated me wanting to bring Adam on. But I'm not privy to the beef that you and Adam had. But
$200.
Fair enough.
Mr. Herpes had no problem with Mr. Devon. That's a smoke screen.
Uh-oh.
This is about herpes, genital herpes. He's a plague rat, patient 0, and Brian,
Damn.
you need to wash yourself in bleach. It's airborne.
it's airborne.
Christianity in the modern sense is a stem from Martin Luther. Yes, he wrote a book and he was hiding, and then he was hiding in an attic. He wrote a book.
Oh my God.
And we can finally read Christian in German and English. And there's no more Latin.
Are you a performance artist?
Me?
Yeah.
I wish.
No, you're I mean, as an artist myself, it's.
What kind of art do you do?
I paint. And I consider myself a weird performance artist too. It's like
Oh my God.
satire almost. Like
Yeah, you're just feeding the troll at this
Yeah.
point.
you're good at it, but it's.
Bro, Nick, you're missing.
Sorry, what? Oh my gosh. I'm convinced of the troll thing, maybe. Oh my gosh.
Can you read what the labels say on her medications?
It's flipped this way.
Huh?
It's flipped towards us.
Oh, my
What?
privacy, dude. My medical history, man.
Yeah, you can see the labels.
Can you read it for me, please?
Oh. 1 tablet by mouth every 3 times a day.
I don't. What is the name of the medication? Oh, God, it's like a fucking daycare tonight.
Dr. Sickleton?
Wait, which one did I miss?
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh.
I'm dumbfounded.
So you always take your medication at 7:05 p.m.?
7:05 because I'm supposed to take it with food. You guys, anybody have some food?
There's tortilla.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, most are some are morning, some are night.
Yeah.
I thought you said you only take one medication.
Oh, I lied.
Oh, boy. Knowing you'd have to take them on the show.
She said I lied.
This is like, I think I have a pretty good read on, and Nick, just leave it on her. Are you putting powder on the table? Okay, she's here trolling.
Whoa,
Wait.
dude. Come on.
You switched away? Yo, what are you doing?
What?
Performance.
No, you're not. No. No. You're not real.
Hold on.
There's something wrong with this girl. What the fuck?
Brian,
you just let her do that?
Girl, you know it's all over your face. You
Grid
know.
One Motorsports donated $200.
Here, Nick, you might have to do.
I believe this Lydia is wrecked and acting in complete bad faith. She is adding nothing to the conversation, Frank Castle.
Yeah.
This
Hey,
is
fuck
Sparta.
you, Grid. Donate.
Dude.
Oh, no, the donate is after.
You look
Yes.
Okay, you need to leave.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you need to leave.
Why?
You need to leave.
For what?
I'm trespassing you from my studio. Kindly leave.
I'm sorry.
Wait, but I was invited.
Your invitation has been revoked. Can you kindly leave?
Yeah, you played your hand too quick. You could have maybe.
Bitch, you think I want to stay on this shit for 6 hours? Also, if you tell me
Can
to
you
leave one more time, my raccoon will bite you.
Yo,
Dude,
can you just leave?
Camera's off. Just please.
Can you just leave? Can you just leave? Look,
Get out of here.
I get that you're trying to troll, but like, can you please?
I can't believe I drove 5 hours.
Can you please respect the other people that have, like, taken their time to be here?
I drove 12 fucking hours.
Like these people, some people flew in. Can you just kindly leave? Like, we get your trolling, but I have revoked your permission to be here.
Okay.
You are now trespassing.
Okay.
Can you kindly get up and leave?
Wait, but I don't want to go yet.
Doesn't matter.
You can't even have the camera on your face, girl.
Yeah. Why? What's wrong with my face?
Can you please just here? You need to get up and leave.
We're over the theatrics.
Look.
The camera's not even on you.
I mean, just call. I mean, are you recording? Okay. So, I mean, she's refusing to leave.
Can we just like take a little break? Like I feel really
No. Hold on.
I feel
Hold
so
on. Just
uncomfortable.
stop. Let
Brian,
me.
I don't feel like I don't want to be next to her. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up.
I'm asking you to leave.
I'm sorry.
I need you to get up and leave. You can't.
If they call the police, you will be arrested.
Look,
no one's gonna arrest me for this.
Yes,
You're trespassing.
I have revoked your permission to be here. You are now trespassing.
Okay.
So I'm asking you to just get up and leave.
Do you want someone to call the police?
Yeah, the other thing is like, you're not really a very good troll. You kind of suck at it, and you're not doing any favors.
Hold on. You're part of this too because this is who you invited.
We're friends.
Are you co-signing her behavior?
I don't co-sign anything. I'm just her friend.
This isn't objectionable to you at all?
I'm
Look,
on a ride.
Okay. Then did you know she was going to do this?
I don't know how any of this goes. I don't know about her medication
Okay.
schedule.
So now you're legally not allowed to be here. I have just trespassed you from my property. So I'm asking you kindly to leave.
Okay.
Brian, I'm gonna call the cops.
Yeah.
Can somebody call the police?
It's so easy to just leave
you
and
just
not
leave,
drag
like-
this
Wait,
on.
no, Brian, I have a
Do not
question.
drag this.
No. Hold on, Nick. Intro, Nick.
You see.
Guys, we're trying to get her to leave, but she's not leaving. Nick, get on the intro.
And you're gonna go to county jail.
Dude, like you're not.
This is county. This is.
Then you better
this
leave right
area
now.
Isn't supervised by the county.
It's too late now. They called.
We have a girl who's refusing to.
Now they're not gonna probably let you leave until you get arrested.
Yeah, now they're gonna have to wait for their uniform. But you do acknowledge you like affected everyone else on this here. That
This is a political statement for you.
Simple, easy podcast.
why
A very good political
did you even
statement.
get on here? Like, if you don't like it, why'd you even come?
Oh.
Don't forget that.
She's refusing to leave. She might be under the influence of something.
Able to maybe avoid getting arrested.
Down in front of everyone. Like, when I watch this, I'm always yelling at it. Like,
Do you understand?
Gave them to somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm not making spending money.
misogynist?
It was over
I'm a
$90.
misogynist. You're being a.
I literally came on
emotionally
here. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Not
fucking
show
hate
that.
women.
Not
Oh
all
my
of us
God.
women are freaking bad. You're the victim. You're the victim. The cops are coming for you.
Like when someone's recording and they're clearly in the wrong, and it's like, why would you post that? Like,
I was supposed to. One thing I was supposed to just be kind. That's all. Kind and
what is going on?
I just don't like. You had to like. Is this how she usually acts? Like, is this a normal behavior? Like this.
Not all women are stupid. Just like not women.
You know exactly, but that's what I'm saying. Like they see these. They see like
It's not. He called the police.
because she knows that she knew exactly what she was doing.
As a friend, you tell.
What did?
Say that, now I can go.
What you think that?
This is insane.
This is insane. I can tell from her first fucking statement.
The first second. You literally called it the first fucking question.
Dude, she's
Literally just her age and her.
I feel like it started to unravel when I said, "Are you a performance artist?"
Yeah. First thing when she introduced herself, it was so fucking terrible. The sling. I saw her.
Yeah.
Fucking fake. And
That
she
was a
the
little-
raccoon. I mean, she's a clear troll.
Eccentric at first, I thought.
And she's really gonna get arrested. She really wants to get arrested.
But did she actually say that she didn't sign the form?
She probably wrote "fuck you" or something on it.
Well, she signed it. Doesn't it mean that technically this footage can't be used then? And then it screws everyone over?
If she didn't sign it.
I have no idea. I think she did sign it, but it was like in another language.
Maddie took a picture of her.
Yeah, but that's still something. Doctors do that all the time.
Yeah. I'm just like.
Because that would be really screwed up though if she didn't sign it. Because then it's like, oh, you can't use any
Who
of
are
it.
you, stupid fucking bitch? What are you talking about? Like, look at this shit.
You need to go to a behavioral health hospital. Inpatient. 72 mandatory stay.
Unbelievable.
Involuntary. She would be committed involuntarily.
All right, guys.
I hope she gets arrested. I really do.
It's all over Macy.
At least we'll have a little bit more room.
Ah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I need to take. So I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know if like. Jesus Christ! I'm taking.
If I'm gonna be honest, that like was a total mood kill, and I really don't want to be here anymore because that made me so uncomfortable.
I know that was.
Represent this panel.
Like I'm actually shaking right now. Like that was not.
That
good.
was.
At one point, weren't you like holding it? She just give you the.
No, she was like on me. The raccoon was on me. Can I sue for that? Like I don't. I do not want a
I'll be
raccoon
right back,
on
guys.
me. That was terrifying.
I mean, it was like I was gonna fucking tell Brian to kick her off because obviously she was trolling because she sat here. She told us that she found the raccoon already taxidermied, and then she said it was her pet. So it's like, okay,
she looks like she has a powdered. She said powder donut. Like, come on, you.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so far.
It's like it's wild to me. So she came up here. She did this because she doesn't like the manosphere. She doesn't like the red pill stuff. She thinks that Brian just gets up here and humiliates women all day. What did you just do? You just humiliated women. Like you just made us look fucking stupid. Like how is that helping anything?
I'm so embarrassed.
Like it's so, and y'all call me Cuckoo Kiko. What? Like I've never.
Oh, Kiko,
ever.
I've actually watched videos with you, like your intense debates, and and when I first saw you, I was like, oh my gosh, that's Kiko. Like,
Why do you think I said hi to you and Madison first? I'm a fan of this podcast. Like I genuinely watch it and I sit there and I'm like yelling at the screen because I like, and you know I was just like, well, shoot, might as well send a message. Never thought I'd actually get on, and like finally get on, and this dumb bitch is gonna.
And honestly, I have to say you're much more pretty in person.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're so pretty on camera.
You really are gorgeous.
You're so
perfect,
pretty.
like
Yeah.
perfect complexion. You are
Thank
so
you guys.
pretty.
Really
Thank
pretty.
you.
The most
Thank
like
you.
symmetrical face.
Yeah.
So
And you literally
That's all about symmetry.
Yeah, you can stop.
Yes.
All right. So hold on, guys. Let me just address this really quick. Okay, guys. So just the girl in the corner there, she wanted to bring that girl. They're friends, I guess. I've taken them out of the. It's kind of unfortunate because I had some things for her, but whatever. It was kind of clear from the beginning she was trolling, but I mean that went like
South.
Very sideways.
I mean, and we like the thing is like, okay, you don't like the Whatever podcast, cool, but like all you guys came from out of town, like that's and like, okay, do your troll then leave.
Right.
But like I've trespassed you. We could have like I mean, I didn't want to open up the liability. Like we could have
Physically,
Couldn't you charge her for what she just kicked over too? Like it's in the contract,
it's
right?
in the contract.
Yeah, well, we're gonna we're going to we're gonna probably litigate that. So
She wouldn't leave.
Wild.
I hope they were waiting for her downstairs.
Any way we can maybe like
I really do.
They got there that fast.
yeah, we're gonna have so very sorry guys. It's gonna take us a couple more minutes to get everything back together. And give me just a sec, guys. I need to do a couple things here. So
How old
can you guys wipe down the table a little bit?
22, I think. or
Okay.
23, something like that.
Okay. Just making sure 'cause she also had the champagne too.
yeah.
I think we need to like Clorox it. Or
That is past the cry for help.
Ours out there. It's still out there. So.
That's not a cry for help.
I'm
That
trying
girl
to, like,
deserves to be locked
This
up.
little town in Isla Vista, it's only like 4x4 block radius, has its own police department.
Yeah.
And that's controlled by the sheriff's department. So they get here in 2.2 fucking seconds. That's good.
At least they come.
Yeah. Well, this is a college
In
town.
LA, they don't.
Yeah, like if you
They
were,
make
if
you
this
wait
would've
anywhere
been
from 2 to 4
in
hours.
Toledo or something, it could have been different, but this is the UC. Like this is a college town, so they have their own.
Did you go to ASU in person? Like
Online.
Online.
I
okay.
just started there online.
Okay.
I went to UCSB for like 3 years, and I just decided to move over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back to the show in just 2 minutes. Everybody's gonna rejoin us. We have a special edition coming. I want to. Let me just hold on, guys. If you can just be quiet here for a sec. I'd like to apologize to our panelists. I had no idea. Like, frankly, had I kicked her initially when she started trolling, she probably would have pulled that out immediately. It's incredibly rude that she did that to you guys because I know some of you guys flew here, some of you drove here, you spent money here, you spent money. Sorry guys, I'm like kind of in a flight or flight now because she was like trying to press up on me fucking back, and I'm like, we can't, look, I trespassed her, technically we could have removed her by force, but I don't want the headache of like, she's gonna, so it's like technically she was trespassed, we could have removed her by force, but I was like, we're not gonna, let's just fucking whatever. In
You were
any case,
extremely patient.
I cannot.
I thought Nick was gonna pick her ass up.
But
I
like,
would have done it. Jeez.
Yeah,
I respect Brian. Seriously,
Brian,
all respect for
I
you.
would have
thank you.
tussled with her.
I mean, I would have maybe just grabbed her by the arm and like tried to.
Sorry, that raccoon was right on
hair
me.
and drag her down. Grab her by her raccoon and drag her down.
That's why I told her
So-
she screams in my ear again.
So, I also want to apologize to the viewers. The girl, she was a +1 to the girl who was in the corner there. I mean, I thought she was like kind of this quirky girl, whatever. She had this kind of quirky Instagram, but like that was some like pretentious performative fucking bullshit.
How linked is she with Hassan Piker?
I saw on her Instagram she did a photo shoot with him. I think that's the extent of their relationship. Look, if you come on and troll, like whatever, the way she was doing it before, it's like it's kind of fucking annoying, but whatever. But like when you do that, frankly, that was like super fucking creepy. I think it made the girls really uncomfortable.
It was scary.
It was scary.
I've done a lot of crazy shit, but that was that was so fucking crazy.
Please
I'm
do
sorry,
not
that was
she does not represent this panel. Please.
No, just her and the girl next to her, because that's her homie. So.
You should charge her for that.
No, she definitely damaged some of our
Talk
property.
about this with my therapist. I'm gonna send her. If
No, it was
anybody
creepy
knows
as
her,
fuck.
Emergency meeting.
No, send me
Here,
your
wait.
Venmo so I can request
I think I need to adjust the
$10.
cameras a little bit too, maybe.
That's my code pay.
No, she did actually do some property damage in here, guys. Unfortunately, you didn't see it behind the scenes, so I don't know if it's worth my time to litigate it. You know, we have a.
What did she go after?
She kind of fucked up. I mean, luckily the stream continued, but she fucked up our router. Yeah, and then it's just ridiculous.
That was crazy.
That was.
Anyways, should we go around the table with
Yeah,
that
yeah,
question?
yeah.
Waste our time on her. And
Yeah. Let's forget about it.
You guys took too much of our time already.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate that had to be like our last, for that to go down on our last show of the.
Of course it was.
That was
Well, with a
scary.
bang.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It was internet gold. It was great. I don't know what everyone's complaining about.
Well,
Some lunatic with a
it would've been cool.
taxidermied
You
out
weren't here.
It's good.
raccoon
Dude,
freaks
that was
out on the
scary.
whatever pod. It's internet gold. I don't know what anybody's
Andrew,
complaining
you
about.
weren't
It's great.
here.
Were they?
You didn't. I know. Like, I feel shaky.
I mean, like for me, even though that's that's content, like I don't want that fucking energy. Like it's just like it's not worth it. Like I
Bad
don't
faith
want
content.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want that fucking energy like with our podcast. She was like
It was so
the fucking raccoon, like haha, that's kind of
Yeah.
funny, but like that other weird, like then it gets into like this kind of fucking dark, like that shit. That was
That made me uncomfortable. No,
Well,
she.
and there
I
were
don't want to
moments
bring
where
it
it was
up.
like,
I don't want to
did
bring
she
it up
happen?
again, but she
Yeah,
did
let's-
mention a lot of inappropriate things that
Yeah,
were
how
like
children-
really sensitive.
And then the screaming, when she started screaming, I'm like, oh, this bitch is.
Yeah, and also like
we don't
we
know what she just
were.
fucking snorted. She did snort it,
Yeah.
regardless of what it was.
Yeah.
She still,
Here, let's-
Or sorry, she did do whatever it was that she was doing.
She ate a powder
I'm like
bed.
dumbfounded.
She's trying to get you banned.
Honestly.
Like, just.
She's trying to get you banned.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then we would have to. I mean, we would just litigate that. So I mean, it's.
That was scary.
It's not a big deal. Like we have in our contract. I mean, sometimes in California it's can be difficult to enforce this, but we have a liquidated damages clause in the contract. So I mean, we'll probably
Pursue something.
we'll pursue something. I mean, we'll have to see though. So also Nick, technically, I mean, did you see her? We could perhaps technically go after her assault because she was stepping at me. So not battery, but we might be. Actually, you know what? Should we talk? Oh, fuck it, whatever. Okay, let's continue on. All right, we'll continue on with the show. All right, Jesus Christ, bruv.
Should we go around with the questions
I
that
just-
asked in the TTS?
Did the Grid One Motorsports TTS come through? Like the
I believe that was the one that she
Here.
yelled at.
hide.
Grid One Motorsports donated $200. I believe this Lydia is wrecked and
Maybe I
acting
should have
in
not-
complete bad faith.
Yeah.
She is adding nothing to the conversation, Frank Castle. This is Sparta. Also, may God have mercy on your soul, cause I can find none.
Yeah, exactly. He figured her out early on, just like we did.
Oh, I mean, I knew there was
He
some
knew
weird shit.
instantly. Grid One, always on it. He's like, there's something. There's a screw loose here. She's up to no good. He had her pegged pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that there was like I just didn't think it was gonna go to that level of like, yo, once it's like, yo, get the fuck
The
out.
bit's over, leave. Once the bit's done. Like,
Yeah, like you don't. If you've been trespassed from somewhere, like you gotta fucking go. So, all right. Let me see. Are we still on members only? Or oh shit. Sorry guys. I'm gonna open it up to all the chatters. Sorry guys. We're gonna continue on with the conversation here. Let me get these things out.
Derailed.
Fuck.
I hope the police
I think this was
determine
her
she's
drink. Can I go
committed.
get my drink? I don't want to drink out of it.
Maybe Madison can get it